Hey there, how's it going everybody? Dan here with plantabundance.com. So I'm excited to bring to y'all an update on the hybrid that I've talked about in previous videos of a tree collard and a dino kale. I've now successfully propagated several of these and got them growing around the property. They're thriving, doing very well, and now I'm looking forward to try to share these with some fellow gardeners. But before I can do that, I need to give it a name. As you can see with this plant, I've got my dog in front for reference so that you can see its height. I've got this one staked up. But when you look at it closely, you can tell on the stalk that it's doing exactly what the tree collards do, and at each node it's starting to bud out, and it just keeps pushing out new leaves and new branches. So I'm really excited about this plant. The mother plant that I took the cuttings from is now well over 3 years old, so this is definitely a perennial plant. And you can see the dark green foliage and the size of the leaves. And to me, it resembles more of the kale than it does the tree collard, which is why I want to stick to calling this a tree kale. I just want to give it a name in front of tree kale. So that's what I'm asking of you folks today watching the video, is that you help me to give this plant a name so I can start to share it now. You can see here it's just an abundant plant. It's delicious. I'm telling you, it's nice and sweet and nutritious. You can tell that just by how dark green the leaves are. Now here's one of the plants that I didn't stake up, and you can just see how bushy and abundant it is. Really just an exciting time. You know, this is one of the benefits when you are growing a whole bunch of different varieties of food on your plot of land. You're going to have things like this occur. So the dino kale and the tree collards are both in the Brassica oleracea family, which is why they were able to cross-pollinate. And because I collect seeds, and I've been collecting seeds from my dino kale, my curly kale here, and replanting those, that's how this all happened. Planted some seeds, what I thought was going to be a dino kale, and initially it looked just like the dino kale, it acted like the dino kale, but instead of being a biennial like the dino kales, like you see here, it ended up becoming a perennial and kept growing into what looked like a tree collard. So you can see here, these were tree collards that were in flower, and I let that dino kale go into flower, and it created this plant from seed, which is the mother plant that's still living today. And this is the plant I took all the cuttings off of. So I'm going to now take a leaf off of this hybrid that's here that I'm calling the tree kale, and I'm going to compare it to a leaf of the tree collard and also a leaf of the dino kale. All right, so the leaf on the left is the tree kale hybrid that I'm looking to name. The leaf on the right there is a tree collard, and then I've got the dino kale there in my hand. So you can see how that tree collard and dino kale are the obvious parents of this plant. Of course, there could be other things mixed within the DNA as well. I do grow lots of different Brassica oleraceas on the property, but those are the two dominant characteristics that are showing themselves. So one more time, just want to reiterate, the main purpose of this video today was to give you all an update and to ask for your help in naming this plant. So basically blank tree kale is what I'm looking for. So just come up with a word to go before tree kale if you would, and shoot that below in the comment section. And what I'll do is if there's a particular name that gets the highest amount of votes, thumbs ups or positive comments, then we'll go with that. Otherwise, I'll just choose the one that I think best fits maybe a week or two from now, and from there I'll go ahead and start taking cuttings and trying to offer it. So if you happen to be the person who chose the name, you get the honor of knowing that you were the one that chose the name for this plant. And also, I will be sending you some cuttings through the mail as a reward, and that is of course dependent upon your location and if that's a possibility for me to be able to offer it that way. So with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning into the video. I hope this video finds you and finds you well, out in your garden and out in the world, planting more abundance in your life. Take care, everybody. I'll be talking to you again soon.